All right, let's work. Michael B. AOG Tremaine. Mm-mm. You needed that laugh. We got Sneed. Who cares? I mean, it's yo. That's a big move though, Chad. We can't look at things with Titan colored glasses when we talking about sports. Shah Buddha is number one in debate. I've never lost. I'm undefeated, and I'm the most unbiased sports personality on earth. You gotta say C.J. Stroud with the year he had last year, getting Stefon Diggs a true number one in the league. Hey, listen, my friend, we about to see what Josh Allen
Let me
is
teach you
made
how to
of.
vibe.
We about to see what Josh Allen is made of. Rio, Will, Michael B, AOG. I told y'all the Bills was resetting. People didn't want to hear me. I said it. I've been calling all these moves. Don't be surprised if Justin Herbert get dealt. Don't be surprised if Kyler Murray get dealt. Don't be surprised at any of these things. Don't be surprised if Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy is gone next year in Dallas.
Let me
Bro, it's
teach
a
you
lot
how to
going on, man.
vibe.
Y'all just got to tap in the shot. Bye. Know it. I got the crystal ball. I've been trying to tell y'all for years. Just listen to me, man. I be saying stuff going to happen before it happen. I called it. When I seen that play when he didn't throw the ball to Diggs on that crossing route that cost him that game, people argued tooth and nail that it was the right decision. And I'm telling you, it's something going on their locker room. There's something going on. Josh Allen's career as a passer went up when Diggs got there.
Let me teach you
Diggs
how to
led the league
vibe.
in receiving yards the first year he got there in Buffalo. Ever since then, he haven't been getting the ball. He's been frustrated. Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs out. They're going to insert new receivers. And if Josh Allen does not improve, you're going to be saying like has he plateaued? Is he ever going to get there? I'm telling y'all. How close to the opportunity of the Super Bowl when they're like the Buffalo Bills? I'm saying, Michael B., people didn't understand what was going on. Like I said last year, this is the Bills and Ravens' chance to knock off the Chiefs while they're going through a lot of stuff. Man, watch. The Chiefs is so dirty. But they might wind up cutting Rasheed Rice and flipping back and having Jay Jettis in his place by the time next season start with Hollywood Brown. Like some teams just know how to do it. It's not war, Rasheed. We're doing us and they're doing them. He said Justin Herbert has a no trade clause. Dak Prescott got one too. But let me tell you something, Cedric. If a team don't want you and you're gonna get $56 million somewhere, you're gonna go. What if Justin Herbert don't want to play for the new coach? He'll waive a no trade clause if he don't want to play for Harbaugh. Harbaugh's gonna run the football. Justin Herbert ain't finna throw for 5,000 yards with Harbaugh as a coach. He said Bills ain't making play. I don't know about that now. I mean, Josh Allen is good enough to get them to the playoffs like by himself. He said Dak should have been gone. Dak had his best year as a pro this past season, so I don't necessarily say that. I just say $40 million and you can't win a playoff game at home. You throwing pick sixes everywhere. You got to be called to the fire. Buddha is a Titan at heart, but has love and respect for most teams. I love the game, right? I love the game more than I love my team. Like I got Tennessee Titan stuff everywhere. I got Alabama shirt on and an Alabama flag right here, just as big as the Titan flag. But I have to call it like I see it. And when I call it like I see it, I can legitimately say the Houston Texans is building something with D'Amico Ryans, a Bama boy. But I'm just saying, Tatted 49er might try to claim he's a 49er, but D'Amico Ryans is Crimson Tide first. Amar, Robert, Will,
Let me teach
Rio.
you how to vibe.
Had to tune in today. I usually don't do in the afternoon, but they had to for this. Bro, I mean, I told y'all AFC South was getting spicy. The Texans made all kind of moves. Anthony Richardson coming back. Will Levis coming back. I don't know what the Jaguars are doing because them trading for Mac Jones is alarming. Them trading for Mac Jones is alarming. I ain't gonna lie. Because they got two guys that potentially could start. Like, they're gonna have a training camp fight. Maybe they did it to put some fire under Trevor Lawrence. Maybe he doesn't have the fire, like the competitive part. I don't know. He said this is last year for the Ravens. Not necessarily, Chad, because the Ravens defense, bro, like Kyle Hamilton, Like, bro, they went from Ed Reed era to Kyle Hamilton era. Bro, like that dude is like a linebacker, a safety, and a corner all rolled up in one, and he's 6'4". This literally like he can play at the line of scrimmage and not get beat.
Let me teach you how to
He can play
vibe.
deep and still be at the line of scrimmage to make a tackle in the backfield. I don't know, like, but Matabuki, the linebackers they got, bro. I don't know. Ravens defense is good enough to have them like there, and as long as Lamar is not hurt, the Ravens will be able to manufacture enough offense. Their problem is they didn't run the ball against the Chiefs. You can't beat the Chiefs without running the football. He said Josh Allen overrated. Not overrated. I just don't think that he's Patrick Mahomes. Like, Josh Allen still is Josh Allen, bro. Like, make no bones about it. We would give up everything, like Mariota, Tannehill, Levis, Malik Willis, package them all up, and we take Josh Allen over any of them. Now, Will Levis gets to write his own story of what he does in Nashville, but let's not act like, you know what I'm saying, Josh Allen is a bad investment. I just think that the team may put too much on his plate to try to make him be a superhero when he should sometimes be more of a game manager. Shout out to Cam Newton. They might 2 times. That happens in sports. Because it's 40 time he's playing safety, Cedric. It's not like he needs to run a 4-1-40 at safety. If he's 6, like, that's that Madden thing. The Madden thing is, I'd rather have a safety that's a little bit slower, that's tall, because the ball ain't gonna go over his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares if he don't run a 4-3, if he runs a 4-5, but he's 6'4"? Like, he don't have to be that fast. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just gonna cover ground, and maybe his mind will have him in a better position than somebody that's fast, that's out of position. Yeah, Diggs to the Texans is crazy, Cowboy. He said Bills traded Diggs for some practice footballs, just gave him away like the Bears did with Fields. Like, that lets you know that it's a locker room thing. Just like the Tennessee Titans, they got rid of Mike Vrabel. If they would have waited 2 weeks, they could have got picks back for Vrabel, compensatory in the beginning, but they didn't because they didn't want to miss on their coach. This lets me know the Buffalo Bills has went to Josh Allen and he said, get rid of my receivers. Let's draft some young guys. I'm going to tell you what they seen. They seen the Ravens get Zay Flowers cut up. They seen the Chiefs get Rashee Rice. They start thinking like these other elite quarterbacks are drafting new guys that are coming in and balling. We don't need to have this locker room thing. It needs to be Josh's team. And if it's people in there that don't believe in Josh or undermine his thought process, then they want to get him out, which is not wrong. But, man, people got to know the front end of free agency is the time to make the trade to get the most heyday, or on draft night. Draft night or at the beginning, people be waiting late and get fleeced. Yeah, he's for sure that guy. He said Ravens didn't get better offensively. Piss. How you feel like they didn't get better offensively? They just added the second leading rusher in the NFL for a team that quarterback has led them in rushing for the last several years. They got rid of Odell Beckham's contract. Like, I'm lost at that one, Ronald. Like, they still have the draft. Like, bro, I'm pretty sure they're going to go to the draft and draft a receiver to go with Zay Flowers. In this draft class is deep. You could get, like, I ain't going to lie. Timestamp this. I've been looking at a lot of guys. Of course, I like Xavier Leggett. Of course, I like Marvin Harrison Jr. Of course, I like Malik Neighbors, O'Dunes, all these guys, right? Somebody going to get Lad McConkey in like the 3rd or 4th, and dude is going to come in and cut up. It's going to be some guys that, like Adonai Mitchell, it's going to be some people that fall down a little bit that's going to get a stud in their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th round when it comes to skill position players. Like the Titans probably could draft late, pick up a Jace McClellan, like an all-purpose back. It's going to be some guys like that slide that people ain't thinking about that's going to be goons. What's Michigan's running back? Blake Corum. Somebody going to get a late rounder in Blake Corum that's going to be like how Algiers was for the Falcons. A dude that could come in and still be 1,000-yard, like solid, super solid back for a team. Like, you're going to get some players like that in skill position in this draft. Like, it's going to happen. And you got to think Mark Andrews was out the whole last season for the Ravens. So Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely with Zay Flowers and Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, like they're gonna add pieces in the draft. No, I didn't see Bogdanovich get into it with the coach. Beckman back, bro. Xavier Leggett was the guy I was looking at the way the Titans offense is setting up with Calvin Ridley. Bro, a dude like Lab McConkey is going to be dirty for somebody. He's just going to get open and catch. Brian Thomas. Brooks out of Texas. Goon. Texas got some dogs at receiver. Yeah, I see that, Cedric. Only teams that should be trading for somebody is some people that need like help bad. Like the Titans need help bad. It's some teams that need bad help. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some teams that really need help. Like the Chiefs was in the window to get Hollywood Brown for cheap. So it's like you can't miss on that. Rambo, what up? Tapping in the green. Do. He said Bama clone players in the underground lab. Not no more because Saban gone. He said,
let me teach you how to buy.
Pick up on drafting people. The Patriots are in trouble. I'm sorry. If you're a Patriot fan, y'all in trouble. Nick Ward, Maurice, like y'all could go into the dark ages of football right now. Like the Patriots is this close. Sheesh, G baby. Like it's some teams that can fall to the dark ages of football. Nick,
let me teach
right
you
now,
how to
like
buy.
if you ain't got Mahomes, build a defense. If you ain't got Mahomes, just build a defense, bro.
Let me teach you how to buy.
He coming off an ACL injury. Our team doctor did the surgery. Yeah, I mean, the Texans have built a monster quick. Piece of man, what up? Texans built a monster quick. You talking about when they had that dude? Okay. Hey, look, I just want to say this. The trolls on Kick are probably like Twitch trolls are pretty bad. Kick trolls are a little bit worse than them. The best trolls I've ever seen really has been on Facebook. Twitter and Facebook trolls is like elite, like top tier trolls. Kick trolls are like, they gotta be kids, bro. Like, I just want y'all to know, I'm from Alabama. If you're gonna be like racist and troll, you gotta like be spitting tobacco with a police uniform on and a Confederate flag tattooed on your neck with like a rifle in your window and like a big ass 45 or something. Like, you gotta really, really, really be on some super racist shit to like really make me, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be soft. Like, I hate to say it, but the kick trolls be soft. Like, bro, like at least make me laugh. At least tickle me a little bit. Zach P, what up? Pizza Man said, new page, who this? Pizza Man, if you don't multi-stream and do offline content, I'm going to choke you. He said without the injury, he easily first round, drop him to the second. That's good for y'all if that's what y'all trying to draft. 1,006 days, Zach P. He said second year in the league and they get digs. Don't be a hater. Yeah, Texans been killing the offseason. They did it last year. I told y'all last year, I said, I don't know what they did and how they did it, but getting CJ Stroud and Will Anderson back to back is crazy. You got to remember, they drafted John Mechie and John Mechie had got cancer and never played. So imagine if John Mechie was out there, they never would have spent any money on Robert Woods. Kool-Aid McKinstry need to be drafted by the Dolphins. Dude ran a 4.3 on a fractured foot. Like, that's different. Akon, what up? Edward B. Marquise. You about to become a kick troll? I ain't gonna say Super Bowl contender, but I'll say that people are gonna say the Texans are the favorite in the South.
Let me teach you how to buy.
They're not wrong, but the Jaguars, the Colts, and the Titans are all gonna be very, very, very competitive. This is gonna be a very competitive AFC South this year. Yo, Steve, what up? PlayStation 5 Pro. What's poppin', Marquise? Bro, make sure y'all tapping in. Free Madden tournament. Hyperlux.gg/Vibe Nation.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Make sure y'all tapped in on the YouTube, the Twitch, the Twitter, the Kick, all social media platforms. We got stuff coming this weekend. Hyperlux Founders Tournament. Make sure y'all sign up for that. It's a free tournament, $250. Next week after that, Obituary 7 is coming. We're going to drop the flyer. Back-to-back weeks, y'all should get tournaments from us, man. We really trying to turn up. Daily sub goal is 10. I'm changing my motto. We're going to shoot for a daily goal every day, and we're going to hit it. We live twice a day. Offline content, barrage. Let's go up. He said, go Falcons. Man, Zach, I'm sorry that y'all signed Kirk Cousins. 918 Gaming, what up? I'm sorry that y'all signed Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry. See, this is why I say about signing Kirk Cousins. Because look, CJ Stroud on a rookie deal. CJ Stroud is on a rookie deal. They got all the money to build their defense and put players around him until his contract come up, and then they can restructure, right? Why would the Falcons not try to go after Jaden Daniels or Michael Penix or JJ McCarthy or somebody and just get Joe Flacco for $8 million or something and bridge it? Why would you not spend 12 in the quarterback room instead of spending 45? Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins are going to suck up money. And guess what? CJ Stroud has the same number of playoff wins of Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins combined in the last 10 to 13 years. Do you not understand a whole entire decade combined? Derek Carr and Kirk Cousins have one playoff win between the both of them. They've been in the league for an average of like 11 or 12 years apiece. $40 and $45 million. They're getting guaranteed money to do nothing. Why on earth would you just not draft a young guy and just build your team? The Falcons made so many good moves last year, getting Jesse Bates, getting Bijan and Algiers. Yeah, like, bro, they brought in Mac Hollins. You got Kyle Pitts, Drake London. You do all this stuff and then just throw it away. These rookie deals is where it's at. And then if you don't win in your window, you're going to have to do what the Bills are doing now, which is just sell the farm. Like, you seeing it. PlayStation Portable. I seen like some videos of it. You get a QB in the draft. And you should have got a first round QB, and you should have got rid of Kirk Cousins. If he's less than a year removed from his injury, and he had like the worst injury that you can have in sports is the ACL. He's gonna come back and be 36, playing on $45 million guaranteed. No, give me these young guys, bro. CJ Stroud in 1 year has as many playoff wins as both of them combined in a decade. Please give me the rookie quarterback deal. Hey, let's get it though, Steve. If Kirk have a better record than Levis, he gonna lose it? Why would you lose it? Kirk Cousins is getting paid $44 million more than him. Do you think Kirk Cousins is going to be $44 million better than Will Levis coming off of surgery at 36? That's why your New York Giants is stuck with Daniel Jones, because y'all made the same mistake. You gave Daniel Jones $160 million and now you stuck. And you wish you could draft a quarterback and trade him, but you can't. Y'all going to be like the Denver Broncos. You're going to let somebody else use your quarterback for $1.2 million. You're going to be in Pittsburgh and they still going to be paying the bill. That's like paying child support and alimony, and the new dude is already living in the crib with your robe on, back shots on the edge of the bed. B Walker, what up? I love you 2 times. Don't say F me because of the truth. Hurts. We not talking about Jaden. Arizona winning the whole thing? Get out of here. They need to trade Kyler Murray and draft a QB. I am. Roll Tide. Q said, Trash Moore King, what up? 918 Gaming, what up? I'm just saying, I'm undefeated. Like, nobody really wants to smoke. I'm in a Discord all day, every day. If anybody disagree with any of these sports takes, hop in here and catch these hands. Hop in here and catch these hands, bro. Hop in here and catch these hands. He said, I woke up on my... Man, I've been outside catching some sun. Arizona going nowhere fast. I was thinking like Minnesota should try to trade Jay Jettis for like Kyler Murray or Justin Herbert. But then again, Minnesota, like teams that need a quarterback could do some slick stuff. If I needed more than just a quarterback, like I'm the Patriots, the Raiders, any of these teams, bro, I probably would like trade back out of my pick and try to pick up like Michael Penix or somebody like later in the round and try to pick up extra picks because you need more than just one thing. And I go with a veteran backup. You see what I'm saying? Like it just make more sense because the Bears hold the key to the draft. They got the 1 and the 9. If the Bears take Caleb Williams or they do something crazy and shock the world and take somebody else, it's gonna really throw the draft off because the Commanders are sitting there number 2 and they'd already traded off Sam Howell. So the Commanders are in a spot that they're like the Bears got their hand around the Commanders' throat. The Commanders have to have like options. One is they're the Texans last year, and the Panthers take Bryce and they get to get CJ, or they're acting like they want Caleb Williams, but they really want somebody else. So the Commanders are in a different
Let me
different
teach you
spot
how
too.
to vibe.
You know what I'm saying? Because every team is sitting around like trying to see who takes what. The Titans is the same way. Like if somebody takes Joe
Let me
off the
teach you
board,
how to
the
vibe.
Titans' whole draft changes. You see what I'm saying? Because they've tried out a lot of people at left tackle and it hasn't worked. So my thought is if Joe Alt is off the board, I think the Titans maybe trade back, draft a receiver, and draft J.C. Latham at right tackle and say, look, we're going to have a left guard, center, right guard, and right tackle. We'll work people at the left. Like, I think that's honestly what they'll wind up doing. Buffalo Bully. That's why I'm live.
Let me teach
Talk
you how to
about
vibe.
your Buffalo Bills. And I told you on the headset that day, I said it's over. You fought me tooth and nail. I said, look, when he missed Diggs on that crossing route, it was up. I told y'all on that moment, we had a whole stream about it. And now it's coming to fruition. The Bills have completely sold the farm on offense to come back with something different. I ain't going to say it's going to be worse, though. It could be better. But they got to really hit on these picks. Soldier Boy, they did.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Yeah, I got the hammer out, Steve. 3 first-round picks for a number 3 pick because they see somebody they want to go get and they want to be in position to get them if they need it. Zach P said Caleb isn't good. How do you know that? We might look. I want y'all to be cautious or something. Everybody didn't want to take Will Levis because they said his personality. His personality wound up being the thing that made him good last year for the Titans. He sat on the bench as a 3rd-string quarterback for 6 weeks, came off the bye, and his belief and his arrogance in himself made him play well. We probably make the playoffs if he played the whole season. He probably throw for 3,500 to 4,000 yards if you just double his output from the time he wasn't in there. We had our first 1,000-yard receiver since A.J. Brown in 10 games. Once he got in, sometimes the thing that people don't like about something is something that makes them great. Just remember, Eli Manning was arrogant. Kobe Bryant was arrogant coming out of high school, coming out of college. And sometimes that's the thing that makes a person great. The things that people don't like. You just got to keep that in mind. Caleb Williams might be the quarterback that they thought Justin Fields was going to be. They ain't use him like they should. They did is just like, I feel like Josh Allen missed him in that playoff game on that crossing route. And I think it was a locker room issue. Because Gabriel Davis and was Isaiah McKenzie, Gabriel Davis, and Diggs? Like, it's weird when you trade your whole receiver room. But I don't even think he a crybaby bully. Like, they said Josh Allen had accuracy issues before Diggs. Diggs came in from Minnesota and he led the league in receiving yards. It's something to that. Having somebody that's going to get open and win ones. Like, and if you have a number 1 receiver, a Jay Jettis, Jamar Chase, any of these number 1 type of guys, Tyreek Hill, if you don't give them the ball, A.J. Brown, you don't get these guys the ball and you paying them $30 million a year to catch it, they're going to be mad. Yeah, love-hate situation for sure. Oh, yeah, D-Can. It's some good players going out here. But see, it depends on the team, though, Steve. Like you can take Brock Purdy in the 7th if you got Garoppolo there for 25 and you got Trey Lance on the rookie deal. You see what I'm saying? Like, and then he wound up developing into the guy, and you can let those overpaid guys go. You can send your backup quarterback to the Cowboys after you spank them in the playoffs like a couple of years in a row. You can do that. You can do that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the point of when you look at it, a team like the Niners had a running game, had an offensive line, had tight ends, had receivers, had other backs, had a great defense. You lose Teleno Hufanga and you got Kerr Brown like right there. Like, bro, I mean, some teams is just stacked. You know what I'm saying? Like some teams is like build defense and offensive line in the trenches first, and they can go after a guy and develop. Y'all gonna be looking at receivers in the draft. But this the thing though, Bully. The Bills would get better if they was more balanced. James Cook was a great pick for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But it's like they got to be balanced at the right time. Like I don't see the Bills being able to like make that run again next year though. I think they tread water or get worse. Like a Wi-Fi box. I don't know. That's why I don't buy PlayStations. I'm sorry, Xbox game. Justin Fields could beat out Russell Wilson, get projected there, and it was a genius move. Russell Wilson played good last year. That's the funny part. I think it's Russ's job. I think Justin Fields think about it like this. Justin Fields is almost cheaper than Justin Fields' contract is cheaper than Mariota. It's cheaper than Jacoby Brissett. It's cheaper than Joe Flacco. It's cheaper than Taylor Heinicke's contract was. It's cheaper than Sam Darnold. All these it's cheaper than Jameis Winston. Getting Justin Fields as a backup is cheaper than almost every veteran option in the league.
Let me teach you how
I
to
think so,
vibe.
Steve. Rambo say I'm a full-time content creator. At the moment, yes. I've been full-time for like 3 years. I stopped. I was a GM, retail stores before I was streaming. I was working on salary like 50 hours a week in streaming. COVID hit. My wife started working from home. I started working from home. Me being a full-time content creator is more about time. I take my kids to school. I pick them up. I'm on every field trip. I'm not trying to put my child in daycare until she can talk and is potty trained. She's like halfway there. She's 2. My youngest daughter's 2. She's like halfway potty trained. Once she can talk and potty train, like I may like get back into the work field daytime, but I don't ever want to be back in a situation where like I'm working every holiday, working every weekend, working long nights, like not seeing my kids for days at a time. Like I don't ever want to go back to that. But at the same time, I want to be a full-time content creator in less time, more efficiently. But to do that, you got to be really, really good at offline content. And that's what I'm like training myself on now. More King, appreciate the reactions over there. Quarterback get a vet and a young guy, you got to do is go ahead and coach. But that also puts pressure on a coaching staff. There ain't many McVays or LaFleurs or guys like that can consistently get young QBs to play.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
You see what I'm saying? Like the Packers got better by letting Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams go. Packers fans probably hurt
Let me teach you how to vibe.
That's $80 million worth of contracts and people you got back. You lost Adams and you got Christian Watson. You let who's it? Robert Tonyan go. Then you get the young tight end that balled for them this year. You get rid of Aaron Jones and you insert Josh Jacobs. You know what I'm saying? Like then they tag Quadfather. So you got a 1-2 punch at back. You go draft a receiving back, and like Bakhtiari goes, you go in the draft, and like it's something about replacing guys. The Niners do a good job of it. The Eagles do a good job of it. Good teams do a good job of. I got a good player. Let me draft somebody, and then I'm gonna let this guy rock. The Chiefs did a good job of it when they had Tyreek Hill and Honey Badger. They let them both go. Honey Badger got like $15 million a year in the Saints. Tyreek got 30. They got Juju Smith-Schuster, Karlaftis, Pacheco, Watson, Sky Moore, McDuffie, Justin Reed. But they got like 1,000 people back for those players. Valdez Scantling. Like sometimes you can get a lot back when you reload early. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you got to do to keep a team good. Now the Texans got these. The Steelers and the Texans right now like are killing all season. I won't lie. Yo, for sure, Tristan. But that's why these goals is important on hitting like, follow, share, daily sub goals. Follow me on all social media platforms. We got the free Madden tournament, hyperlux.gg. It's the Founders Tournament. $250 free tournament this weekend. Obituary 7 next week. Holiday. Damn, it sounds like a free to get my kids up in the house. Potty train. Yeah, I mean, I've had issues before. Like, if you ever had any issues where like it's just miscommunication. Some people do kids a certain way. It's certain kids you want your, and every kid is different. So like, if my kid can talk and is potty trained, I feel good about like letting somebody watch my child. Quarterback class is overrated. Nah, because I think there's some guys that can really ball. Like, given the right situation, I think Jaden Daniels is the guy I would take. But Caleb Williams has all the skill sets you need. Drake May could be better than advertised. JJ McCarthy is really tough and smart. Michael Penix throws lasers. Then you got like Bo Nix. You got some other guys that could be on the right team and be solid. My thing is, give me any of them guys and a good coaching staff and put a lot of talent around them, like CJ Stroud, like Will Levis, rather than have a Tannehill, a Kirk Cousins, a Derek Carr, all these guys that's getting paid $40-50 million that can't win playoff games. Like, we know Dak Prescott, name them all. I mean, those guys are good. They're veterans. They're going to ball some games. But when it counts, we talking about a handful of playoff games won between the bulk of quarterbacks getting paid a lot of money. Like, give me the young guy. Give me the Brock Purdy with a great defense and great skill set around him and a good coaching staff. You know what I'm saying? Like, the rookie deal is where you win at. You ain't going to be able to every day be able to trade away your future to get Matt Stafford and have arguably the greatest D lineman of all time on your team, the number one corner on your team, Jalen Ramsey, pick up Eric Weddle, pick up Odell Beckham, pick up Von Miller, pick up, like, bro, you're not always going to be able to pick up like 5 Pro Bowlers to play that just want to play for 1 year in a place. Like, that ain't always going to happen. So, you know, you got that. But even the Rams, right after that, what they started doing, they started killing the draft. Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, they just started like reloading and getting younger. Stetson Bennett from Georgia, like, you start slowly getting pieces back in place for those contracts to push out. Like, that's what you got to do. If you give a quarterback a big contract, you're saying in that 4 to 5 year window, you're going to go to the Super Bowl. And if you don't, it's a waste of money. So I don't think the class is overrated. I just think you can't just draft a guy, put him out there, and then Bryce Young him. No number one receiver, no solid running game, no offensive line, no defense, and then expect to win games. It just don't work. Yeah, Jay Jettis needs to get out. You may read, yeah, misread it. The Texans got him. You think y'all getting Michael Penix? Bills could trade up for it. Why trade up? Why not just like look at a deep draft class and get a couple of good guys? The problem is when you do stuff like that, you miss free agency. Now, if you let Gabriel Davis and McKenzie and Diggs go, and let's say they would have got back like a couple of veterans and then they go to the draft, that feels better than like, what are they putting around Josh Allen this year? Because we, you know, last year we seen the Chargers absolute bomb on a first round receiver. Yo, VR, Nick, Felix, Barry, Ravens, Joe, Comedy 2 times. Appreciate all the reactions on all social media platforms. Tap in with me, man. If you're on the blue, follow me on the green and the purple and the red. If you're in the purple, follow me on the green and the blue. If you're in the green, follow me on the purple and the blue and the red. Like, just, hey, look, tap in, man. The links is in the chat. Free Madden tournament this weekend, hyperlux.gg. Excited to be a passion. Everybody should be excited to see what your team gonna do in the off season. I'm definitely gonna do a draft stream. We're gonna have like 2 tournaments and then a draft stream, like kind of revolved around football, kind of get the juice before May hits. If y'all got any things that y'all want to pull up, I can do a reel on it. I could do a long form video on it. We could rap about it now. And the Discord is always open. So I seen somebody just threw a question, says, does Higgins get traded to the Bills for that second round pick? If they get Higgins on the Bills, he's going to want a long-term deal. I'm not sure that you trade off a long-term deal guy for another guy or just want a long-term deal. If you the Bills, maybe the Bills are trading for Jay Jettis. Are the Bills freeing up to get Jay Jettis with Josh Allen? Mm. Mark that crystal ball. That might be some real sauce right there. The Bills might put Jay Jettis with Josh Allen. KD was popping. KD. Hey y'all don't know that story. That's like one of the funniest stories. Like every time I see KD, I think about that story. KD. I remember I was doing evaluations on Hueytown when I took over that store, and I went in there and I did evaluations after 2 weeks. I got my own method for evaluating people. What I do is like I act like I'm just like not this person that cares about stuff when I take over stores. So I would pop in and I would write down like everybody's pros and cons, and then like I just watch them.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
I would like talk to them about their pros and cons because like I worked at it's this training method where you say like it's not a pro and a con. It's like the con is necessarily opportunities. It's an opportunity to get better. So you spin it like that, right? And it was like, so who's the most improved? I'm like, to be honest, I'm like KD really. KD. I remember the regional manager said, "Oh, KD." Oh man, I was in tears, bro. But KD really, he really was a solid employee, man. He always showed, like he always was like he never really was a complainer. Like I hated complainers, bro. That's a funny story though. Charles D. Jeremiah.
Let me teach you how
I
to
wish
vibe.
I had recorded his face. That could be like a GIF. How many picks can the Vikings get for Jay Jettis? It's not really about the picks. It's really about freeing up the money if you think about it, Bear. Like, he gonna get the most, he gonna be the highest paid receiver in the league, right? So we talking between $30 and $40 million contract because they're gonna have to restructure and pay him a long term. So it's about freeing up $30-40 million. Okay, you get a first round pick back for him. And let's say that first round pick, you already was going to pick something. They had Addison last year. If it's me, I get one solid receiver in the draft and get another veteran. And then I load up talent on defense. Like I want Dallas Turner. I want, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm going after goons on defense. I want Chop Roberts. I want Jared Verse. Like I'm going after guys like that because you ain't gonna be able to eclipse the Lions and the Packers by just like getting a couple of good receivers without having the quarterback of your time. Like I'm picking late round. I'm probably taking like one of the other QBs. I'm trying to load up. I'm trying to trade back. I'm trying to get as many players as I can. You think Cincy's serious about getting Jay Jettis? They could be. He said 10 minutes and the island back on Call of Duty. Hey, let's get it. TGGD Breezy, Charles D. Manu, what's popping? Rand is not trading for Jay Jettis. That's not the Titan way. With this move, more moves will be made. With the Chiefs seeing Rashee Rice in the situation he in, the Bills and the Chiefs is going to make another receiver move. They said after the draft, we'll see who win the offseason. I mean, right now, teams that have killed the offseason, the Steelers, the Texans, I love the Titans moves. The Packers have made good moves. The Eagles have made good moves. The Bears are trying, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to see what they're going to do with the QB situation. I think some sneaky teams that can make some crazy moves down the stretch. The Chargers, the Cardinals. I think teams that like have been kind of quiet got some big moves like loaded up. But the Patriots got to show me some, Steve. I'm not crazy about the Patriots. I think the Raiders could be a team that by the time this is done, like I think the Raiders will be the second best team in the West by the time they get through making their moves. Like the Broncos, I have no clue what the Broncos are trying to do. You know what I'm saying? They sold the farm. Isaiah Simmons and Justin Simmons is still on the board. Um, and I'm interested to see what Jim Harbaugh does with the Chargers, like what direction. I love JJ, but after getting milked by Cousins for 6 years, I don't want to pay him max money. Doing a rebuild. Just say barbershop is open but never see any scissors, clippers in your hands. They know what they saying to you. You know what I'm saying? Like just put the pieces together, bro. Like make it make sense to you. No, you good. You ain't never gotta apologize, Steve. Yeah, Texans and Green Bay got a great young core. Green Bay is probably the youngest team in the league. I think Green Bay might be the youngest team in the league. Man, if he didn't do that 360 no scope, I still to this day have no clue why why he did that, bro. Like Jordan Love just jumped up in the air and did a 360 pass, bro. I was just like, what is he thinking? Like what on earth reason do he have to do that? What's up with the Patriots? Take a few years. You cool? All right, let's get it. He said when you find a hidden, they want you to know that's when you a threat. Not when you find it. When you find it and you got the resources to make it to do something about it is when you a threat. Because it's known that that Lockheed Martin, the people that run it in the black budget, said it's no conversation that can be had on the earth that they can't hear, right? Said they got technology that they can send ET home. That's deep. So if you put that in perspective, they're not worried about if you know how to do something, but if you know something and you get with somebody who got the money and the resources that make it happen, that's when they coming to get you. That's when they gonna come get you. When you got the money and the resources to put that said knowledge that you know about something to work, all right, now they finna pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know that, and you doing this. GG's. Sit back and wait and see what's going. Steve, give us your thoughts about the eclipse, bro. I made a reel. I put the content out. The floor is open. What do you think they doing with this eclipse? Some people say it's a false flag. Some people say it's in the wrong astrological sign to be happening. Some people say get ready and prepared. That something's gonna become of it. Who really knows?
Let me teach you how to vibe.
Oh, them black budgets got everything because they not black budget is got everything because they don't have to operate on by laws. Like everybody else is held to a legal and moral standard. They don't. Like if they do some testing and some people die, it doesn't matter because it's off the books. If the US or China or Russia do something and do some testing and somebody die, then you gotta like go in front of NATO. So that's a big portion of it. What if it's a real solar flare, EMPs the whole world? Then we talking about the 3-body problem. That's what that movie is about. Like if you go look, the 3-body problem in the CERN machine is about a orbital alignment in the CERN machine. That's what the movie is about in A False Flag. That is the best visual representation of what a false flag would look like, how it will be compartmentalized, how the world will operate with it, and what potentially could happen when somebody messes with something like that. It could be the world's government using it as a guise to false flag and use some human-made replication or something to make us think it's a solar flare. It could just be a EMP. You know what I'm saying? Like it could just be an EMP. Who knows? This earthquake and tsunami on in Taiwan and over there in Japan, Taipei, like that could be some man made weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all won't give us
Let me
the
teach you how to
resources. We'll hit y'all
vibe.
with an earthquake and a tsunami, man. Then we'll come in like we helping y'all to do a humanitarian aid, and we'll just steal all the shit that way. Who knows truly what these deep? That's why I say the rabbit hole so deep, and it's almost past the point of like what humans could do to stop these people that got so much research. Like, bro, they're 100 years ahead of us. Even like you know what I'm saying, like we put ourselves in a box. We really have. Oh, for sure. But if it does EMP the whole world, like even the people that got those bunkers, like that's this one thing about nature. Nature, like God has a built-in, the universal God has a built-in safe gate. For every action, is an equal or opposite reaction. Somebody doing some evil, deep, dark stuff opens up some light somewhere. You could build a extinction level event house and then not be near that house when the event happened. That's leave the world behind. You see what I'm saying? When the movie Leave the World Behind, somebody has built a extinction level event house and they just don't happen to be home when the shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, those are that's an important thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a person that like builds up guns and ammunition, and then when the shit pops off, they out and about and they just got their service pistol on them. Like, okay, so you bought all them ammunition and shit, and that shit is sitting at your house, and now when you really into some shit, you got a handful of shots and you got to hit on them. Like that's the reality of like nature, superseding everything. Like nature supersedes all. Because for everything that we can think, there's something greater than us. That's one to one. That's also inside of us. Pause. No Diddy. That that has a plan for your plan. So somebody could have the perfect thing set up to run the rules over the entire world, and the smallest thing like an insect or something could wind up messing it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always use old wars, but I mean, the German military had rushed the Russians and blitzkrieged them right off the face of the earth, and then they didn't take into account of the winter that they was gonna face, and the elements killed them. They froze to death trying to take Stalingrad. Yes, Russian soldiers fall back, but
Let me
without that
teach you
cold
how to
winter, they don't
vibe.
win. Sometimes things just happen. You know what I'm saying? It's above that pay grade. He said zombies is a dope apocalyptic concept. Man, zombies and vampires are a metaphor. You see what I'm saying? Zombies and vampires is a metaphor. People are bloodsuckers and Walking Dead as it sits. You know what I'm saying? This man came in talking about some War Eagle. Roll Tide. I was gonna have it for real, but if this is like the biblical and it's dark for 3 days, do you go outside or you put lamb's blood on your door? Man, that's cap. Steve, that's cap, man. Listen, people back then didn't have no way to explain high level technology. So when you look at old text, some shit may look like a miracle, or may look like something that somebody just got to unlock a secret to the universe. That's all you looking at. Nobody needs to go sacrifice 100 virgins or a whole bunch of sheeps and shit to save people. You know what I'm saying? This is just somebody who got some. Like, imagine the first nigga sitting out there with a bow and arrow when somebody showed up with a gun. How do you write that down to describe it? You know what I'm saying? Like just think. Go back 100 years ago and pull out a tablet, an iPad, and start doing shit that's connected to Wi-Fi. Niggas gonna think you got some shit that they ain't never seen before. Like what the fuck? He's got a magic a magic stone or some shit. You know what I'm saying? They gonna be saying you got reality, man. You just got a tablet hooked to Wi-Fi. Zombie apocalypse or World War Three. I don't think World War Three will happen. I think they've all nations are set that there'll be proxy wars. Proxy wars will not be fought on people's home soil. They'll be fought on somebody else's soil for their resources. You got to mess with me, yo. What's good, bro? It come with the territory, man. I can't put a Bama shirt on and expect somebody to be happy. Del De Leon, what up? He said zombies, The Walking Dead, not the ones, not the WWZ ones. You ain't getting away from them WWZ. Them Z zombies, man, they athletic. 369 Tesla, that's when you can unlock the secret. Yeah, everything is numbers. Numbers in the pyramid, numbers in the megalithic structures, numbers in the sequences of the universe, the frequencies, all that. You said they're going, huh? Oh, 10 months. Appreciate the love, my boy. 1,023 days. What's the vibes, man? We've been in here kicking it. The Houston Texans have shocked the world and traded for Stefon Diggs, and we all in here like, we all here trying to figure out what the Texans got up their sleeve, man. Like, does Jay Jettis go to the Bills now? Like, what's happening?
Let me teach you how to
Chronic.
vibe.
Hey, Chronic, the Bears still hold the key to the draft. Y'all cannot miss this draft, bro. Y'all got to dunk on this draft. Y'all got to dunk on this draft. Y'all got to dunk on this draft. He said after the stream, you might as well go ahead and burn that shirt. You right. Because it's going to be on flames in this Final Four. You understand me? It's going to be on flames with this Final Four. Yeah, getting Diggs is huge. Impulse say, a fanatical Colts fan. The Colts ain't did shit, and I'm upset about it, but I'm still just going to hate and say they ain't going to beat the Colts because they made a move, and I wish we made some moves like that. I got you, Impulse. I read that perfectly. Great translation. He said Caleb to Chicago. Now, Chronic, this is my question. If you take Caleb 1 and you got the 9, y'all can't mess up this offseason. How frustrated will you be if he's a bust and some quarterback after the 9th pick winds up being a goon? Y'all look, I'm a fan of trading that number 1 pick and taking somebody's entire draft and taking a QB at 9. I'm a fan of it. He say the cap hit is 31. How they get more out of the deal than the Bills did? He said Stefon Diggs, a clown. Not actually. We're finna see what Josh Allen is made of now that all of his receivers are have wanted out. If they bring in some new guys and the numbers go down, oh my friend. He said I didn't say that. Yes, you did. Impulse. What part did I read wrong? What part did I read wrong? Do you think Caleb? I think he's gonna be better than Justin Fields, but I'm saying if you can trade back and get the world and load your team up for the next few years and still have a really, 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 really high level quarterback, would you do it? He said, I look at the trade and look bad for the Bills. Now, if the Bills trade off that pick and then show up with Jay Jettis and you trade basically Jay Jettis for Stefon Diggs, then no. Because you don't make that trade unless you got some other move to make. It'll be Caleb's fault. Look at the weapons. They can't go for the HR, maybe with Josh Allen. I've been saying that they just didn't get along in the locker room and split. Or get a QB already in the NFL. Like who? You got to name one, Felipe. All the veterans are gone. What QB you bringing in Chicago? Like you trade a $4.7 million first round pick and Justin Fields for peanuts to have the number 1 and the number 9, what veteran QB could you have gotten and not give that up? You say he's not a home run. Nobody is. A few of these quarterbacks will be good in this draft. No, I'm keeping the 1. You can't pass up again 2 years in a row, and this is our GM's first QB. Agreed. Y'all better not slip on it now, bro, because it's out there shooting lights out. Oh, for sure. It's a 25 second round pick. Justin. Womp, womp, womp. I'm not going to say Caleb, like, bro, Caleb Williams might turn out to be a goon. I'm saying, you don't know. The thing is, like, overall value, if you could trade that first round pick and get like somebody's 2 first or somebody's first and second, with the depth in this draft, like, you could clean up. It's no facts. That's just somebody throwing something against the wind. Somebody just throwing something against the wind. Yo, Jazz with the 20-star ball. Say relax and stream. Appreciate it. For sure. Appreciate you being here. Dragon Stickers in the chat. We have a free Madden tournament, hyperlux.gg founders tournament. Click on that. Pop in. Make sure you following on the blue, the green, and the purple. Tap in on the red as well. Offline content going crazy. Join the Discord if you want to be part of the convo. If you want to make sure you don't miss out on notifications. Bro, we got a lot going on. Daily sub goal is 10. We at 621 on Kick. Let's get up to 1,000, man. We at 370 on Twitch. Let's get up there. Let's take Facebook with this offline content. I guarantee my Facebook and YouTube numbers finna go crazy. I got me a little mojo going right now. They for sure getting Caleb Williams. Not sure about the 9th pick though. But Felipe, I'm saying if it was me, it sounds crazy. I'd deal the first pick and get somebody's whole draft. Bro, if you got another pick, if you got 2 picks inside the top 10, there's no way you, bro. I'm taking Jared Verse or Dallas Turner, and I'm getting I'm taking Malik Neighbors or O'Dunes, and I'm getting Michael Penix, or I'm getting or Jaden Daniels or somebody, bro. I'm loading up, because you can't put the whole world to say if Caleb Williams is good, the Bears will be good. You need to say, like, look, the Bears as a team got better. Oh, you can't be like that, Steve. Saying if you're a Bear fan, you don't care. I mean, people could say the same thing about the other 32 teams in the league. I'm just saying, like, the reality is the Bears hold the key to the draft. Whatever the Bears do, like, nobody's draft plans starts until the Bears do what they're going to do at 1. He said Boomer Sooner. Roll Tide, man. You're not playing the new Call of Duty on update today? I'll probably play it tonight. Hop on the YouTube and Twitch. That's love. Because if you can't financially support with cash apps or subs or stars or bits, please follow me on all social media platforms. Shot by Buddha, except for Twitch and Shot by Buddha FB. But tap in everywhere, man. Got content going everywhere. I'll respond to all comments. If it's something y'all want to see me react or talk about, comment in the chats. Y'all don't know how important a like, a comment, a share on those other posts be. It's huge. Y'all can pull a tech. Like, nobody expected the Texans to get CJ Stroud and Will Anderson last year. And I said, oh, they killed the draft. It's over. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody can do that. The Chargers can trade Justin Herbert. The Cardinals can trade Kyler Murray. Jay Jettis could get dealt to the Bills or to the Chiefs. Like, it's some crazy moves left to be made. It's some crazy moves. Like, yo, Alex D, what up? He the top rated QB. But see, it ain't about
Let me teach
the
you
best
how to
player.
vibe.
It's about the best player going to the right situation. Brock Purdy. It could be a 7th round quarterback that's not the most athletic, that don't have the best arm, but he's just on the right system. Take Trey Lance. Trey Lance may thrive in Dallas. Justin Fields may thrive in Pittsburgh. Putting the right player in the draft on the right team is the most important thing. You see what I'm saying? Doesn't matter if you get the best player if he's not the best player for your situation. Like, that's just the way I see drafts working. Drafts work is the best player for the best situation. Like, Zay Flowers wound up being perfect for the Ravens with the type of style they run. You know what I'm saying? Like certain people just went to certain teams and it just worked out perfect. SGG streaming. That's you. Okay. For sure. For sure. For sure. Appreciate the love. Kendrick Lamar. I ain't heard it. See, I wait for albums for people to stop talking about them, and then I go jogging, and I go for like an hour jog, and I just listen to the whole album with headphones on, with my mind clear. And then I come back and be like, get in the car. I listen to it in the car, and then I'm like, I can get a good understanding about an album if I jog to it and I get into the car with it. And I'm like, all right, I get my real take on it. I ain't just because sometimes somebody can say something good and then I listen to it and say, it ain't that good because I had expectations. I don't want no expectations. I don't listen to it creatively and say, like, when I'm jogging and I listen to it, I can hear songs different. I don't know what that is about that. Too Many Weapons in Chicago for a number 1 overall pick ever. Not necessarily. Tanking happens. He said Texans going to the Super Bowl. I mean, they'll be the favorite for AFC South when season start. That don't mean they're going to win the South. Because that was the Jaguars last year. Jaguars got everything last year and then came in, was 8-3 and then folded. Javi Justo, what up? We got a lot going on though. Yonko, what's popping, my boy? Stefon Diggs to the Texans, Yonko. Titans still got a lot of money free. I'm still expecting them to make another move before draft day, and then draft day happens, and then you still got the after signing period. So, lots of moves left to be made. When you say Stefon Diggs, and now you look at Will Levis, you're right. Good luck. I'm confused, Nathan. Like, that was 2 different players on 2 different teams that have, like, that was just a random comment. Oh, for sure, Steve. Appreciate you popping in, hanging out with your boy today, man. Good luck on the rebuild. Yeah, I'm saying Tank Dell got hurt last year, and like I don't know the status of John Mechie, and they got Nico Collins. Like they got a good receiver room in Houston. I'm not gonna say it's a rap sheet. That's see, Sheed is doing early. Steve, you see how I'm finna get Sheed? Don't say like it's a rap because like the Colts might win the division or the Jaguars might win it. Bro, it's about putting the right team together. Like the Tennessee Titans game plan ain't to beat the Texans. It's about being the best Tennessee. The Texans about being the best Texans. The Colts about being the best Colts. The Bears about being the best Bears. And you play your games, you play your schedule, and when the season's over, you see what happens. Like, don't be a fanatic, bro. Like, don't be a fanatic, bro. Like, yeah, if we get a safety, we're going to win. Like, no, we still got to get a left tackle. We still don't know who's going to play right tackle. We still don't know how this offensive scheme is going to work. We still don't know about the depth that we have on defensive line. We still don't know who's going to play weak side linebacker. We still don't know who we're going to have at depth. We don't know who we're going to draft as a number 7 pick and number 38. Bro, it's a lot to be had. I just happy that my team is making good moves. Like, if you're a fan right now of your team, you should just say, yo, my team made a good move. I like it. Oh, I'm not crazy about this move. What does this move mean for the Bills? The Bills could look like clowns today and then trade and have Jay Jetta sitting over there and be like, then go draft somebody in the first round and say, yo, they got Malik Neighbors. They got Jay Jettis and they got such and such. Like, oh my God. Like, you could be saying that by the time it's over. So, like, the one move doesn't change everything. You playing chess, not checkers. I see a lot of y'all are checkers players. A lot of y'all ain't never played no chess growing up and see that it's a lot of moves on that board to be made. And sometimes you could be baited in thinking it's a great move. And then somebody makes a better move and you say, I wasn't able to see that move being set up. Who's the only way they trade back from the 7th if who they want gets picked in the first 6 picks. If the Titans is there at 7 and Joe Alt is there, they need to take Joe Alt. They tried Andrews Pete. They tried some other players. Then the only thing I can see, if Joe Alt is off the board and they don't see the receiver that they want, I can see the Titans trading back and taking Latham at right tackle and then drafting and drafting another player and having like 3 picks in that top first to early second round. I could see them having double down like that or something, but I don't see the Titans trading back out of 7. Not if Joe Alder's on the board. Yeah, Steelers making great moves. I don't see the Titans trading out of 7 if Joe Alder's there. Because it solved too much of their problem. It solved too much of their problem if he's there. If he's on the board, then your next thought is who's playing right tackle, right, in the offseason, and then you're thinking about weak side linebacker and free safety. I don't know what it is. Just type it up on. I got iTunes, Apple Music, so like I just go right in and type their name. I don't even be knowing it. Music don't drop like it used to be. Musical releases used to be an event. They're no longer an event. It's just somebody dropping music. Donald L, what up? Somebody dropping an album is like me hitting a button and going live.
Let me teach you how to vibe.
O-line in the draft. And it's going to be a deep draft, I think. Like some teams got a chance to clean up like quality players. He said NPF might be, but there's no certain. You don't know if it's going to be NPF, Chris Hubbard. You don't know if they're going to like go get another guy. Like nobody know what the Titans going to do at left and right tackle. That's why I don't think they trade out of 7. Now, let's say they had their eyes on Joe Alt and a receiver and both of them off the board. I can see them trading back a few places. Looking all on Spotify for it, and the diss track is on Future album. Future and Metro Boomin, that diss track is on that album. But I ain't really crazy about diss tracks myself. Like I'm not a diss track guy. You know what I'm saying? Like diss track ain't my thing. Like, oh my God, like such and such like, oh, it's bigger fish to fry in the world than Drake and Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and all these, like these dudes are all millionaires. They don't gotta ever work again. I'm not excited about nothing they do. Man, ain't no beef. Them dudes be mad about girls, bro. Like once you find out all these dudes is beefing behind some female somewhere, like it ain't even interesting. He said, "You love a good beef, it bring out the best." Yeah, to me, I feel like, now correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like you're a weak-minded person if you need beef to be great. why are you not motivated to just put out fire anyways? I'm always competing with my best self to beat my own self. I ain't in competition with nobody. If somebody compete with me, they competing with themselves. My opponent is faceless. He said all great people have beef. Who Michael Jordan beef with? You could have a rivalry to say like, yo, we're gonna play the Pistons in the playoffs, or the Cavs and the Warriors gonna play each other, but LeBron and Steph Curry play 2 different positions. Who was beefing with Kobe? The Celtics? That's a rivalry. That ain't no beef. That's we done played them niggas a bunch of games. You know, fucking beef. Them niggas ain't spinning the block around each other house ready to fight. It's a Ray Allen, Shaq and Kobe, they're on the same team. Then one got traded. It's only a beef if the Heat and the Lakers play each other in the finals. I ain't interested. I don't get excited on that. You say they're rich, they can't. Exactly. People with money ain't got time to beef. Beef just slow down the money. You see these young niggas that's been beefing, they can't get on tours now because nobody want to book them for a show. See how that? You see Quando Rondo out there talking about, I ain't beefing with nobody. Please let me book a show. Like nobody's gonna book your show, cuz. He said Kobe beef with whoever's next on the schedule. If you mess with Kobe, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kobe's a competitor. Kobe could be playing against you or me. You remember when Kobe would beat the shit out of Bow Wow in basketball? Kobe just is a fucking competitor. It don't matter who get in front of Kobe. Kobe's gonna try to kill you. That ain't beef. That just mean whoever on the other side of that basketball court finna get cooked tonight. Got the little man with you. What y'all got going on? He out on spring break. Bro, we're a good 2 hours in. I got so many. I have the really good job of editing this episode of Shop Talk. This is gonna be a great Shop Talk. I'm finna get into some gameplay, man, because I've been live for 2 hours with no gameplay. So I'm definitely for sure gonna go back and chop this up. But we gonna continue the conversation. But I'm gonna get into some gameplay because we 2 hours in.